clients. With advances in technology, we have also incorporated the use of online resources to broadcast and even live stream local events. Have an idea for a show? A membership to Prescott Media Center includes equipment and software training, access to our production studio and editing suite, and the opportunity to check out cameras and other equipment for use on location. Prescott Media Center, with its friendly and experienced staff, has the knowledge and resource to guide you through every stage of the production process. Prescott Media Center, your source for public, educational, and government programming since 1986.
Seward Internet is a local employee-owned company specializing in residential and commercial internet services. We are honest about our rates, and we will advise you professionally to make sure you get the service appropriate for your home or business. If you love streaming movies or are an avid gamer, check out our fastest plan that offers up to 15 megabits per second. In addition, we offer competitive pricing on computer repair services, wired and wireless systems, network wiring, hotspots, and more. Seward Internet, for the fastest internet in Yavapai County.
And on the mound for the Roughriders, number 11, Jay Allen. The Roughriders are coached by Doug Eastman.
Okay, let's see. So if I keep this, I can probably just keep what they do each at bat right here on this.
Okay.
Somehow, somewhere, I'm just going to put single and.
Everybody here, everybody.
Leading off for the Saints, shortstop number 11, Julian Atterbury.
Leading off for the Saints in the first, Julian Atterbury. Atterbury's hitting .398 on the season. And here's our first pitch of the day. It's fouled to right field, out of play for strike one. Oh, and 1 to count on Atterbury. Second pitch is popped up to second base for out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman number 2, Caitlin Emmerman.
Brings to the plate Caitlin Ammerman for the Saints. Caitlin's hitting .427 on the season. First pitch is a strike, a swinging strike. 0-1 to count. Second pitch is on the way. It's another swinging strike for 0-2 count on Ammerman. Jay Allen's been very tough so far for the Roughriders. Oh, strike 3. Ammerman's down on strikes for out number 2.
Brings to the plate designated player number 18, Lena Mortensen.
Lena Mortensen's a sophomore infielder. She's hitting .390 on the season. Lefty. First pitch Outside corner, strike one. Mortensen checks her swing there. We have an appeal. No swing on the play. Counts even at 1-1. 2 down here in the top of the first for the Saints. Here's the wind and the pitch. Foul ball off the screen. Strike 2. Count is 1-2 on Emmerman. Pitch is just high for ball 2. We're 2-2 with 2 outs in the first. Caitlin Emmerman at the plate. Check that. Lena Mortensen at the plate. Pitch is high and away for ball 3. We're all full up. Here's the money pitch. 3-2. The wind and the delivery. Foul ball. Down the left field line. Count will remain full. Wind in the pitch. Foul ball once again. Tremendous battle going on between Allen and Mortensen. So we'll do full count for the 3rd time. 3-2. Here's the wind in the pitch. And another foul ball down the left field line. So here we go with our 4th full count pitch to Lena Mortensen for the Saints. Wind in the pitch. And we've got another foul ball down the left field line. It's deja vu all over again. We'll go for our 5th full count pitch. Great at bat here by Mortensen. Take your hat off to Allen. She's throwing the ball over the plate saying, hit it if you can. The wind in the pitch, and we've got another foul ball to left field. This has now become the 9th pitch of this at bat between Mortensen and Allen. Our 5th full count pitch. Here's the wind and the pitch. Finally put in play. A sharply hit ground ball to third, fielded and thrown to first for out number 3.
For the Saints, no runs on no hits. Nobody left. Score after a half inning. Seward, County, nothing. Yavapai coming to bat.
If you had one shot, or one opportunity, seize everything you ever wanted, one moment, did you capture it? Just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he
Leading off for the Roughriders, second baseman, number 7, Nina Pangilinan.
Nina Pangilinan leading off for the Roughriders in the top of the first. Nina's hitting .409 on the year. On the hill for the Saints is Abby Bolton. check that. Jordan Cordray. First pitch is up and away for ball one. And here's the wind in the pitch. Change up just low and inside for ball two. Counts 2-0. Pangalinen's done a great job filling in as the leadoff hitter the last few games. Here's the wind, pitch. Just a little down and in for ball three. We got a 3-0 count to start off the Roughriders first. Pangolinen steps in. Fastball right down the center of the plate for 3-1. Looked like Pangolinen was taking all the way there. Hitters count 3-1. She'll be looking for something that she can put in play hard. And she got it. Ball's hit down the right field line. Off the right fielder's glove. And Pangolinen's in with a double. Good start for the Roughriders.
Now batting, shortstop number 1, Brianna Griffiths.
Brings to the plate for the Roughriders. Shortstop Brianna Griffiths. Griffiths is hitting at 370 for the Roughriders. Steps in from the left side of the plate. Wind in the pitch is outside for ball one. Count is a 1-0 on Griffiths. Runner at second after a leadoff double by Pangolinen. Next pitch is a strike on the outside corner, evening the count at 1-1. 1-1 on the hitter. Nobody out here at the top of the first. Here's the wind in the pitch. Change up. Hit hard to right field, but caught by the right fielder. Pangolinen's tagging and advances to third on out number 1.
Brings to the plate for the Roughriders, left fielder number 2, Michaela Guerra.
Michaela Guerra comes to the plate for the Roughriders. Michaela's got 13 doubles and 35 RBIs on the season, so this is a good spot to have her at the plate. First pitch is outside and low, ball 1. 1-0 is the count, 1 out in the first, runner at third for the Roughriders. Michaela Guerra at the plate. It's a wind in the pitch, also outside for ball 2. Guerra's got a 2-0 count. Here's the wind in the pitch. Guerra hits the ball sharply on the ground to second. It's fielded. She's thrown out at first base, but that'll be an RBI. Roughriders lead at 1-0.
Now batting, number 10, J.D. Borsaw.
For the Roughriders now, stepping to the plate, the big horse, J.D. Borsaw, hitting .453 on the season with 11 home runs. Oh, swing and a miss by Borsaw on a changeup for strike 1. Counts 0-1, 2 outs here in the first. Scored a 1-0 Yavapai. Here's the wind in the pitch to Borsaw. Oh, she's hit. Hitting the right hip. Looks like she'll shake it off and head down to first base. Borsaw reaches on a base on balls.
Brings to the plate, third baseman number 18, Micaiah Kaluau.
Now batting for the Roughriders, number 18, Micaiah Kaluau. Micaiah's hitting .345 on the season. She steps in. There's a wind in the pitch. Change up, strike 1. Swinging strike. Looks like she's got a good off-speed pitch going today. Having a little Roughrider hitters are having a little bit of trouble with it. Check swing. Soft baby back liner to second base. It's caught on the play. So that'll do it for the Roughriders.
For the Roughriders, in the bottom of the first, One run on one hit. One person left. Score after one full. Yavapai 1, Seward County nothing. Yeah, we do.
Okay, good. Thank you.
We do. Leading off the second for Seward County, catcher, number 16, Sage Harrison. Now batting for the Saints, catcher Sage Harrison. First pitch is a strike at the letters. Harrison's hitting .386 on the season with 10 home runs and 27 RBIs, so she's got good power. Here's the wind and the pitch. Up and away for ball one. We're even at 1-1. Here in the top of the second, nobody out. Roughriders lead this game 1-0. Here's the wind and the pitch by Allen. Swinging strike two. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Wind in the pitch, and she's down on strikes. Harrison goes down looking for out number 1. Now batting, first baseman number 13, Madeline Owen. Brings to the plate Madeline Owen for Seward County. First pitch is strike one at the letters, a swinging strike. Not going to have a lot of luck up there against Allen. You're going to have to get that pitch down in the strike zone. Just misses with pitch number 2. We're even at 1-1. One out here in the top of the second. Roughriders lead at 1-0. Owens is hitting .368 on the season. Swinging strike 2. Counts 1-2 here on Sage Owen. Allen gets her sign and she's ready to go. The pitch, swinging strike 3. Allen looks like she's got her good stuff today. Swinging strike 3 for out number 2. Brings to the plate right fielder number 23, Sydney Epp. Sydney Epp's first pitch to her from the left-hand side is strike 1. On the season, Epp is hitting .288 for the Saints. Jay Allen is extremely sharp today. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Really looks like she has good command of all her pitches today. Here's the wind and the pitch to Sydney Epp. Up and away. She might have overthrown that one just a bit. It's all right. As a former pitcher, you go for it on 0-2. Sets up whatever she wants to do here. Count 1-2. There's a wind in the pitch. Just missed on the outside corner. We're even at 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Allen's ready. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike 3. Allen strikes out the side. So for Seward County in the second, no runs on no hits, nobody left. Score after 1.5. Roughriders 1, Saints nothing. Mariah Calamaris steps to the plate for the Roughriders to lead off the second inning. Calamaris is hitting .313 on the season. She's from the right side. Winding the pitch, strike one to open the second inning. Looked like she may have been taking a strike there because that was certainly one you'd want to hit. Steps in, here's a wind in the pitch. Strike two. Inside corner, 0-2. Calamaris hits the ball weakly to second base. She's thrown out second base to first for out number one. Roughrider second. Brings to the plate right fielder number 15, Meredith Clark. Meredith Clark's hitting .304 on the season, but she's been very limited in action. She was hurt in the opening season tournament and just came back to the lineup earlier this week. But she's hitting .304, showed a little power. First pitch is high and away for ball one. We're in the bottom of the second, 1-0 Roughriders, one out. Beautiful changeup on the outside corner for strike one. Evens the count at 1-1. Clark hammers a ball foul to left. Way out in front of that one. Strike two. Count on Clark is now 1-2. One out in the bottom of the second. Roughriders lead at 1-0. Clark is right on that pitch, but fouls it straight back over our heads. So we'll have another 1-2 pitch coming. Just missed inside. Evens the count at 2-2 on Clark. Cordray winds and delivers high and outside for ball three. Full count on Meredith Clark, who, like we said, is just returning from a back injury. It's good to see her back. She hit a home run her first game back. Pitches on the outside corner. Fouled away. So we'll redo our full count here. Clark pops a full count pitch up, and it's up against the screen and was not caught, so we'll redo the 3-2 count. Looked like maybe they would have a play on that ball, but it squeezed up against the screen and they couldn't make the catch, so Meredith Clark will get another shot with a full count coming. One out here in the second. Roughriders lead at 1-0. Cordray winds and delivers. It's good eye by Clark. It's up and away, base on balls. So Clark reaches first on base on balls. So with one out, brings to the plate catcher Kylie Brown. Brings Kylie Brown to the plate for the Roughriders. Brown's doing a great job behind the plate and pitching staff. She's only hitting .286 on the year. She hits the ball sharply to short. It's off the glove. Brown will reach on an infield single for the Roughriders. Puts runners at first and second for Yavapai with one out here in the second. Brings to the plate first baseman number 13, Shelby Hotchkiss. So Hotchkiss comes to the plate with runners at first and second for the Roughriders. One out here in the second inning. Hotchkiss is hitting .321 on the season. Big opportunity here for her. First pitch is a ball. We're 1-0 on the count. Strike one on the pitch. We're even at 1-1. Runners at first and second. One out here in the bottom of the second. Roughriders lead at 1-0. Hotchkiss digs in. Here's the wind in the pitch. Change up. Grounded to third. Steps on third for out number one. Fires across the infield for a 5-3 double play that'll end the Roughriders inning. For the Roughriders in the second, no runs on no hits. Score after 2 full. Yavapai 1, Seward County nothing. And we will take a 1-minute break here.
Old Internet is a local employee-owned company specializing in residential and commercial internet services. We are honest about our rates and we will advise you professionally to make sure you get the service appropriate for your home or business. If you love streaming movies or are an avid gamer, check out our fastest plan that offers up to 15 megabits per second. In addition, we offer competitive pricing on computer repair services, wired and wireless systems, network wiring, hotspots, and more. Old Internet, for the fastest internet in Yavapai County.
Will be third baseman Karina Porras. Karina is hitting .389 on the season. First pitch is up and away for ball one. Wind in the pitch, swinging, strike one. We're even at 1-1. Nobody out. We're in the top of the third here at Roughrider Park. Roughriders lead at 1-0 here in the top of the third. Wind in the pitch, swinging, strike two. Jay Allen's got her good stuff going today. She's got 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. Had 1 and 2 in the count here. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swinging, strike 3. Porras is down on strikes for out number 1. Brings to the plate left fielder number 10, Miranda Nestor. Now batting Miranda Nestor. Nestor's hitting .297 on the season for the Saints. Steps in. The first pitch is a beautiful fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. We've got 1 out here in the top of the third. Roughriders lead at 1-0. Change up down and away for ball 1. We're 1-1. On left fielder Miranda Nestor for Seward County. Here's the wind in the pitch. Swinging, strike 2. Counts 1 and 2. 1 out here in the top of the third. Roughriders lead at 1-0. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swinging, strike 3. 5 straight, set down by Allen via the strikeout. Brings to the plate, center fielder number 4, Paige St. Pierre. Paige St. Pierre steps in, hitting .180 for Seward County. Hitting from the right side of the plate, swinging, strike 1. Allen's just rearing back and letting it go, saying hit it if you can, and so far they have not been able to answer. Another fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Quickly 0-2 against St. Pierre. Allen just working quickly, just misses outside with the 0-2 pitch. It's 1-2. Got 2 outs here. Score 1-0 Yavapai here in the top of the third. Allen is working very quickly out there. Gets her sign. Fastball about the letters, swing and a miss. And I'll tell you what, strikes out the side for the second straight inning. That's 7 she's got. For Seward County, in the third, no runs on no hits, nobody left. Score after 2.5, Roughriders 1, Saints nothing. Leading off the third inning for the Roughriders. Number 7, Nina Pangolinian. Pangolinian leads off the third for the Roughriders. Nina Pangolinian doubled to open the ball game. First pitch is a strike fouled straight back for strike number 1. We're in the bottom of the third, 1-0 Roughriders. 0-1 count on Nina Pangolin. Here's the wind in the pitch. Grounded sharply to center field. Base hit. Pangolin's 2 for 2. Singles to open the third for the Roughriders. Brings to the plate. Shortstop number 1, Brianna Griffiths. Brings to the after a Pangolin single, Brianna Griffiths comes to the plate. Griffiths flied out to right field in the first. Steps in from the left side of the plate. Here's the wind in the pitch. We've got a bunt. She takes it for ball 1, just high. Counts 1-0 on Griffiths. Nobody out here in the third for the Roughriders, leading it 1-0. Ooh, Griffiths turns on one to right field, lines a double over the right fielder's head. Scoring all the way from first base is Nina Pangolin for the Roughriders' second run of the inning. RBI double by Brianna Griffiths brings to the plate left fielder number 2, Michaela Guerra. Michaela Guerra steps to the plate. Roughriders leading at 2-0 here in the bottom of the third. Guerra grounded out second to first. Had an RBI in the first inning. Steps in from the left side. Changeup foul tipped at the plate for strike 1. Off the catcher, I believe she's okay. She was going up to catch that high changeup. It was tipped by the hitter and caught her right in the thigh. Looks like she's okay though, so on we go. Ground ball down the first baseline goes just foul for strike number 2. Counts 0-2 on Griffiths. Nobody out here in the second. Check that. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Roughriders lead at 2-0. Runner at second. Kayla Guerra at the plate. Check that. Once again, Brianna Griffiths at the plate. Pitch is wide. One and two pitch coming here. Outside and in the dirt. Nice defensive play there behind the plate. Evens the count at 22. Griffith's trying to move the runner up here at very least. Oh, and she gets one to her liking and doubles over the right fielder's head. RBI double for Brianna Griffiths. Check that. That was Michaela Guerra with the RBI double, her second RBI of the day. Brings to the plate number 10, J.D. Borsaw. Guerra doubled there, bringing in Brianna Griffiths. Upping the Roughriders' lead to 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. J.D. Borsaw takes a big cut at pitch number 1, fouls it straight back over our heads. Counts 0-1 against Borsaw. We're in the bottom of the third. Nobody out. Runner at second. Roughriders lead at 3-0. Pitch is high and away for ball 1. We're even at 1-1. Roughriders look like they're swinging the bat pretty well. Pitch to Borsaw. She's way, way out in front of that pitch and fouls it straight back. Counts now 1 ball and 2 strikes on J.D. Borsaw, the career home run leader here at Yavapai College. I think with 43, if I'm not mistaken. She's got 11 on the season. Change up in the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher. Evens the count at 2-2. Roughriders lead at 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Nobody out. Runner at second. Pitch is wide of the strike zone. Evens the count. Check that. Full count against Borsaw. 3-2. Got a base open. Wouldn't be the worst thing to pitch her carefully. Foul ball off her foot at the plate. Coming close. Borsaw's limping around in the plate area. Looked like she fouled that one squarely off her left foot. Trying to shake it off. Coach is down to check on her. Looks like she took that one right off the top of her foot. She's wearing no protection there on her ankle area at all. We've got a trainer out to see how things are going. Looks like she's going to be fine, though. Yes, indeed, she is going to be okay. She'll step in full count. Nobody out here in the third. Roughriders lead at 3-0. Runner at second. That would be Michaela Guerra, who just doubled in a run on back-to-back doubles by Griffiths and Borsaw. Gets a pitch to her liking. Towering drive to left center field. She runs out of room out there, and that's a home run for J.D. Borsaw, number 12 on the year. 2-run home run by J.D. Borsaw for the Roughriders. That's Borsaw's 44th career home run. Every time she hits one, she extends her career home run lead. We've got a meeting at the mound by the Saints. Anytime you choose to go after J.D. Borsaw, something she can get the fat part of the bat on, sometimes the results are not going to be good. Now batting for the Roughriders, third baseman number 18, Makaya Kaluau. Makaya Kaluau comes to the plate. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Bottom of the third has been a big one so far for the Roughriders. Scored 4 times, up their lead to 5-0. Still no outs here in the third. Kaluau at the plate. Pitch is up and away for ball number 2, all the way to the backstop. Kaluau's back in. Kaluau ground sharply foul down the third baseline. Makes the count 2-1. Kaluau with a swing and a miss on a beautiful change of speed pitch. Evens the count at 2-2 on Kaluau. Here's the wind and the pitch. Change up. Kaluau waited back that time and dumps it into right center field for a single. Pretty good adjustment there by Kaluau.
Brings to the plate, center fielder number 21, Mariah Calamares.
Mariah Calamares now for the Roughriders. Ground sharply to short. Out at second, out at first for a beautiful 6-4-3 double play for the Saints. Calamares hit that ball hard, but right at the shortstop. Routes 1 and 2.
Brings to the plate, right fielder number 15, Meredith Clark.
So with that tough break on a sharply hit ball, Roughriders now have 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Still been a great inning for the Roughriders. They lead at 5-0 here in the bottom of the third, 2 outs. Clark reaches on a pop-up to second that falls in, and she reaches at first base.
Brings to the plate, catcher number 16, Kylie Brown.
Brings to the plate Kylie Brown for the Roughriders. Kylie's been pitching the first game of every series and then usually being the designated player in the second game. Give her a little break on the wear and tear on her body. First pitch to Brown is strike 1. Got 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Roughriders lead at 5-0. 0-1 count on Brown. She steps back in. Here's a wind in the pitch. She's hit by the pitch. Changeup that got away from the pitcher. One hopped Brown in the leg. She's fine. She hustles down to first base.
Brings to the plate, first baseman number 13, Shelby Hotchkiss.
Hotchkiss grounded out third to first, hit into a third to first double play. Her first time up, steps in, 2 outs. Here's the wind and the pitch, strike 1 on the outside corner. 0-1 on Hotchkiss. Strike 2 on Shelby Hotchkiss. O2 pitches up and away for ball 1. 1-2 on Hotchkiss. She digs in, and St. pitcher Jordan Cordray, changeup just miss inside. Very, very close. Cordray wanted that pitch, didn't get it. Counts even at 2-2, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Roughriders at first and second. Shelby Hotchkiss swings and grounds 1 foul down the third base line. Hotchkiss has a chance to break this game wide open. Jay Allen's been lights out for the Roughriders with 7 strikeouts through 3 innings, so I mean, I don't know how many more she needs, but Hotchkiss has a chance here to get her a few more, so we'll see how it goes. Pitch misses just outside. We're full. Full count, 2 outs. Runners are on the move. Hotchkiss hits one sharply down the third baseline, but foul. So we'll redo the full count pitch. The runners will be on the move for the Roughriders, being that it's 3-2. Runners at first and second, 3-2 count, 2 outs. So they'll be on the move. Pitch is in on Hotchkiss' hand. She pops weakly to first base for out number 3 for the Roughriders, and it was a big one. Roughriders had 4 runs on 5 hits, including a Borsaw home run, so they lead it 5-0 after 3. Leading off the 4th for the Saints, shortstop, number 11, Julian Atterbury. Julian Atterbury at the plate for Seward County. She flew out to popped out to second base her first time up. Here's the wind and the pitch, swinging miss. And a fastball at about the letters. It's tough to catch up to that pitch. They haven't had any luck so far today against Allen catching up with that high fastball. Oh, might have overthrown that second pitch just a bit all the way to the backstop. Evens the count at 1-1 here in the top of the 4th. Atterbury at the plate for the Saints. The Roughriders lead at 5-0. Wind in the pitch just misses up and out. 2-1. Count on Atterbury. Allen misses in the exact same spot on the 2-1 pitch, and we're at 3-1. She probably doesn't want to be walking people right now. Just throw strikes and make these guys hit the ball. There's a wind in the pitch. Hit weakly down the right field line, just off the glove of second baseman for the Roughriders. Just off Pangalinen's glove in foul territory. So we got full count here on Atterbury to open up the 4th inning. Roughriders lead at 5-0. 3-2 pitch coming. The wind in the pitch by Allen. Got her on the inside corner for strike 3 looking. That was a tough pitch there. I'm not sure, but she got the call, and that'll be out number 1. Now batting, second baseman number 2, Caitlin Emmerman. Caitlin Emmerman comes to the plate, playing second base today. Struck out her first time to the plate. Allen misses up and away with a fastball. Seems to be where she's missing right now. 1-0 pitch. Just misses up and away. 2-0 the count. One out here in the top of the fourth. Roughriders lead at 5-0. Jay Allen's really looking tough out on the mound right now. So wind in the pitch. So missed badly with the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 on Caitlin Emmerman. Trying to become the Saints' first base runner here in the fourth inning. See if Allen can settle down and get back into her strike zone. Wind in the pitch. Yep, she did. Strike at the knees. Counts 3-1. One out here in the fourth inning. Seward County trails at 5-0. Strike two on a very close pitch. Evens the count at full count. And here's the full count pitch. Misses down low. Caitlin Ammerman reaches for the Saints on a base on balls. Brings to the plate designated player number 18, Lena Mortensen. So Lena Mortensen, designated player today for the Saints. Comes to the plate, steps in from the left side. She grounded out third to first her first time up. Pitch misses up and in for ball one. We're here in the top of the fourth inning at Roughrider Park. One out, Saints batting. Runner at first base, trailing 5-0. Allen winds and pitches. Perfectly located pitch on the outside corner, even the count at 1-1. Caitlin Ammerman at first base, running for Seward County. At the plate, Lena Mortensen. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Pretty good cut at the high fastball. Makes the count 1-2. This is where she's been very tough so far today. When she got ahead in the count, she's been able to put the hitters away. So here's the wind and the pitch. Misses up and in. Wild pitch to the backstop. Advancing to second base, Caitlin Ammerman for the Saints. Evens the count at 2-2. Mortensen steps in. 2-1 count. Fouls the ball off her hands to the backstop. Counts 2-2. One out here in the top of the fourth. Roughriders leading at 5-0. Seward County trying to get something going. Has a runner at second base with their third place hitter hitting right now. Foul ball. Have another 2-2 pitch coming up. Mortensen steps in. Allen throws. Once again off her hands. Grounded foul down the third baseline. Two count. Allen finally gets her with a fastball up around the letters for a strikeout, a swinging strikeout. Brings to the plate, catcher number 16, Sage Harrison. Sage Harrison now at the plate for the Saints. Struck out her first time up. Swinging strike one. We're in the top of the fourth here at Roughrider Park. 2 outs for the Saints. Runner at second. They trail at 5-0 right now. Trying to get back in it. Swinging strike two. Jay Allen is just rearing back and letting it go. And so far, Seward County's having a hard time catching up with her. Ooh, 0-2 pitch is just outside. Just missed. 1-2. The count here on Harrison. There's a wind. Swinging strike 3. And that'll do it for Seward County here in the top of the 4th. For the Saints. Leading off the 4th for the Roughriders, second baseman number 7, Nina Pangilinan. Nina Pangilinan leading off the 4th for the Roughriders. She's 2 for 2 today with a double in the first and a single. First pitch is up and away for ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Roughriders leading 5-0. Top of the order, and Pangilinan pitches in the dirt for ball 2, 2-0. Nina's had a good day so far, 2 for 2, upping on her .409 batting average. Pangilinan singles sharply to left field. She's got a perfect 3 for 3 day going. She opens up the Roughrider 4th with a solid single to left field. Brings to the plate shortstop number 1, Brianna Griffiths. Brianna Griffiths steps to the plate for the Roughriders. Flew out in her first at bat today to right field, but doubled her second time up over the right fielder's head. Back-to-back doubles with Guerra, plating the Roughriders' second run of the day. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Griffith drives the ball to center field, and it's gone. Brianna Griffiths with a 2-run bomb for the Roughriders. That's Griffith's 10th home run of the season. Surprising power for a middle infielder. Makes the score 7-0 now, Roughriders, here in the bottom of the 4th. Brings to the plate left fielder number 2, Michaela Guerra. Michaela Guerra steps up now for the Roughriders, leading 7-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch is a changeup dribbled back to the mound, fielded, and thrown to first for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Now batting, designated player, number 10, J.D. Borsaw. Warsaw steps to the plate, homering last time up for her 44th, I believe, career home run. A Yavapai record every time she homers. It'll be a new home run career record here at Yavapai College. It's been fun to watch her the last couple of years. She steps in. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Roughriders leading 7-0. Pitch misses just up and away for ball one. Trying not to get anything over the inside part of the plate to her. Looks like they might be working her away. It's a wind in the pitch. Change up inside and low for ball two. That could be the tough thing for JD moving forward. You know, people know about the power she's got. She's going to have to really be selective at the plate because people are going to walk her pitcher very carefully. They're coming quick. I'm sorry, Kenny. I didn't mean to do that, sorry. Warsaw at the plate. Count 2-1. Pitch misses up and away. We're 3-1 on JD Warsaw. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Roughriders leading at 7-0. Warsaw gets a good pitch to hit, hits it sharply to third, fielded and thrown out for out number two. Third to first. Two down here in the bottom of the fourth for the Roughriders. Brings to the plate.
Now batting third baseman number 18, Micaiah Kluau.
Brings to the plate Micaiah Kluau for the Roughriders. Two down here in the bottom of the fourth. There's a wind in the pitch. Ball is hammered to left center field, way out of here by Micaiah Kluau. Wow, that ball was hit. The no-doubter. Roughriders lead at 8-0 now here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch split the plate in half, and Micaiah Kluau absolutely clobbered it to left center field for a solo home run. Roughriders now lead at 8-0 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Brings to the plate for the Roughriders, center fielder number 21, Mariah Calamaris.
Mariah Calamaris comes to the plate. She's 0 for 2 today. Rounded out second to first and also hit into a 6-4-3 double play her second time up. First pitch to Calamaris is a ball. She's in, winding the pitch. Fouled sharply. Almost killed Coach Eastman down there. Showed tremendous athletic ability. Takes a bow for the crowd. Calamaris in the hole at short and through for a single. So Mariah Calamaris joins the hit parade for the Roughriders with a single to left field.
Brings to the plate right fielder number 15, Meredith Clark.
Meredith Clark to the plate. First pitch is just a bit inside for ball one, 1-0. Two down here in the bottom of the fourth. Roughriders leading at 8-0. Runner at first base and Clark at the plate. Wind in the pitch, hit sharply to left field, but foul off the wall, evening the count at 1-1. I'll say one thing for Meredith Clark. She looks like she's healthy and she's back at the plate and she's swinging the bat with some authority. She never gets cheated with her swings. It's full tilt. Change up just misses. Takes the count to 2-1 on Clark. Runner at first base is Calamaris. We're here in the bottom of the fourth, 8-0 Roughriders, 2 outs. Clark hammers a ball to center field. In the right center gap. And that'll be a double for Meredith Clark. Puts runners at second and third for the Roughriders as Calamaris advances to third on the base hit.
Brings to the plate, catcher, number 16, Kylie Brown.
So Kylie Brown steps to the plate with Roughriders at second and third, 2 out. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Roughriders leading 8-0. Trying to tack on. Change up right down the middle of the plate for strike one. I think that pitch may have fooled Kylie Brown a bit. 0-1. She'll step back in. Pitch is low and inside and in the dirt for ball one. Evens the count at 1-1, 2 outs. Roughriders at second and third. Kylie Brown's way out in front of the pitch, hits it off the end of the bat and is thrown out at first base on a very close play. Short to first for out number 3.
But for the Roughriders, in the fourth inning, 3 runs on 4 hits, score after 4 full. Yavapai 8, Seward County nothing.
And we will take a 1-minute break.
Old Internet is a local employee-owned company specializing in residential and commercial internet services. We are honest about our rates and we will advise you professionally to make sure you get the service appropriate for your home or business. If you love streaming movies or are an avid gamer, check out our fastest plan that offers up to 15 megabits per second. In addition, we offer competitive pricing on computer repair services, wired and wireless systems, network wiring, hotspots, and more. Old Internet, for the fastest internet in Yavapai County.
What number is this girl? 16?
Leading off, first baseman number 13, Madeline Owen.
Now batting for the Saints, leading off the 5th inning, is Madeline Owen. Her second at bat, struck out her first time at the plate. Her and 9 other Saints have struck out today through 4 innings. 10 strikeouts so far for Jay Allen. She's had her good stuff today. First pitch was ball 1. Allen evens the count at 1-1. Low and inside strike. Pitch just misses. Looked like the exact same pitch, but called the ball that time. Counts now 2-1. On Madeline Owens for Seward County. Owen steps back in. Allen winds. Swinging strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. We're in the top of the 5th. Roughriders leading at 8-0. Nobody out. Allen winds and strike 3 at the letters. they've had trouble catching up with that pitch today. Allen's 11th strikeout of the day.
Now batting right fielder, number 23, Sidney Epp.
Now batting for the Saints, right fielder number 23, Sidney Epps. She's also a strikeout victim in the first inning. Check that the second inning. First pitch is low and away for ball one. One out in the fifth. Roughriders leading at 8-0. Wind in the pitch, ball two, low and away, 2-0. On Sidney Epp for Seward County. Up and in, ball three, 3-0. Didn't look like Sidney liked that one too much. It was up around the head area, and she turned away from the pitch. I got a good look at her face, and it was not one of happiness. Allen goes away for strike one, 3-1 now on Sidney Epp. Ball was on the outside corner for strike one. Same pitch is fouled out of play. Evening the count at full count now. One out here in the bottom of the fifth. Roughriders leading at 8-0. So we got a full count now on Sidney Epp. Line in the pitch, foul ball straight back to the screen. Oh yeah? So here we are. Another battle going on. We've had two straight foul balls on full count. Sidney Epp steps back in from the left side of the plate. Jay Allen's on the mound. She winds, delivers. Epps fouls it straight back. She's right on that pitch, fouled it straight back. So we'll do a full count pitch number 4 here. Good battle going on between Epp and Allen. There's a wind. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Perfect pitch there by Jay Allen. Wasn't much Sidney Epp could do with that one.
Now batting third baseman number 9, Karina Porras.
Karina Porras steps in. Strikeout victim her first time up. Allen changes speeds there, misses just up and away for ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Check that, top of the 5th here at Roughrider Park. Allen with a fastball right down the middle. Evens the count at 1-1. We're in the top of the 5th here at Roughrider Park. Roughriders leading at 8-0. 2 outs. Jay Allen has got that high fastball going. It's very hard to catch up with today. 1-2 now on Karina Porras. Wind in the pitch. Up and away, strikeout number 14, I believe, on the day. 13 strikeouts, and that'll do it on the run rule. Final score of game 1. Roughriders win it 8-0. And we will be back in about 45 minutes for game 2 of today's doubleheader.
Bolt Internet is a local employee-owned company specializing in residential and commercial internet services. We are honest about our rates and we will advise you professionally to make sure you get the service appropriate for your home or business. If you love streaming movies or are an avid gamer, check out our fastest plan that offers up to 15 megabits per second. In addition, we offer competitive pricing on computer repair services, wired and wireless systems, network wiring, hotspots, and more. Bolt Internet, for the fastest internet in Yavapai County.
Prescott Media Center has been our community source for a variety of local and national programming for over 30 years. We provide coverage for government meetings and local events, as well as an outlet for creative individuals and organizations to produce their own original shows. Yet Prescott Media Center is more than just your local access station. We are a production company with the ability to create television shows for broadcast on Channel 64, or affordable promotional videos for clients. With advances in technology, we have also incorporated the use of online resources to broadcast and even live stream local events. Have an idea for a show? A membership to Prescott Media Center includes equipment and software training, access to our production studio and editing suite, and the opportunity to check out cameras and other equipment for use on location. Prescott Media Center, with its friendly and experienced staff, has the knowledge and resource to guide you through every stage of the production process. Prescott Media Center, your source for public, educational, and government programming since 1986.
Thanks, Brad. Leading off for Seward County, shortstop Julian Atterbury. Atterbury is at the plate, digs in. Here's the wind and a pitch. Strike one on the outside corner. 0-1. Kiana Spencer winds and pitches. In the bottom of the first of game two here at Roughrider Stadium. Roughriders won the first game 8-0 in 5 innings on a beautiful no-hitter thrown by Jay Allen for the Roughriders, striking out 13 in 5 innings. Probably the strongest I've seen her. Kiana Spencer picked up right where she left off, striking out 2 in the first inning. And now we've got Nina Pangilinan leading off the bottom of the first for the Roughriders. Pangalinan's ahead in the count 2-1. Beautiful day here in Prescott, Arizona. I'm going to say it's probably about 70 degrees, no wind. Just a great day to be watching some softball. Pitch is up and in. Counts 3-1 on the leadoff hitter, Nina Pangilinan, for the Roughriders. Trying to get something going here in the second game after winning the first game 8-0. Pitch is in the dirt for ball 4. Pangilinan walks, leads off the Roughrider first with a base on balls. Brings to the plate shortstop Brianna Griffiths. Now hitting for the Roughriders, Brianna Griffiths, shortstop. Runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Griffiths will step in from the left-hand side. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike one on the outside corner. 0-1 on Griffiths. On the mound for the Saints, Alexis Manjic. Pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Got a Roughrider runner at first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Griffiths digs in from the left side. Pitch is up and away for ball 2. 2-1. Manjic seems to be having just a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone right now. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. Throw to second is not handled, and we have a stolen base by Pangilinan. I think the throw was there in time. There's a strike on the play. It's actually 2-2. Count is 2-2 on Griffiths. Runner at second base, nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the wind and the pitch by Manjic. Looked like some type of changeup that Griffiths was way out in front of and just got a piece of it, fouled it off her upper body. So you get to see another pitch, 2-2 count. Wind and pitch by Manjic is up and away for ball 3. Count goes full. Full count here on Griffiths after Pangilinan led off the Roughrider first with a base on balls. Here's the full count pitch. Just up and away for ball 4. So back-to-back base on balls for the Roughriders to open up game 2. Brings to the plate number 2, Michaela Guerra. Brings to the plate for the Roughriders left fielder Michaela Guerra. Digging in from the left-hand side, Roughriders at first and second with nobody out. Guerra swings at some type of off-speed pitch and cues it down the third base line. Touched in foul territory by the third baseman. 0-1 count. Here's pitch number 2. Same thing. She cued it right off the end of the bat to the mound. It's fielded and thrown to first for out number 1. Guerra's out 1-3 for out number 1. Runners advance to second and third. So we've got Roughriders at second and third.
Now batting, number 10, J.D. Borsaw.
Brings to the plate catcher J.D. Borsaw. 44 career home runs. Hit one in the first game. First pitch to Borsaw is low and away in the dirt for ball 1. Opportunity for a couple of RBIs here by Borsaw. She also cued the ball off the end of the bat. Pitcher could not make the play, and that's going to go as an infield single for J.D. Borsaw. Roughriders are having a tough time right now staying back on these pitches. They've hit several balls right off the end of the bat. That one happened to spin away from the pitcher for an infield single.
Now batting, Makaya Kaluau.
Kea Kalau comes to the plate for the Roughriders. First pitch is strike 1 on the inside corner. Bases are full of Roughriders with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Saints did not score in the top of the first. Kaluau's way out in front of a off-speed pitch. Hits the ball foul down the third base line. Makes the count 0-1. Roughriders are having what appears to be a tough time staying back on this pitcher. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, blocked nicely at the plate by catcher Sage Harrison for the Saints. Evens the count at 1-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded. 1-1 pitch is high for ball 2. 2-1. No place to put her. She's going to have to come to the strike zone right now. See if Kaluau can take advantage of this. The wind in the pitch. Off speed. Hammered foul down the third base line, way out in front of it. Evens the count at 2-2. Big pitch right here for Manchik. Here's the wind in the pitch. It's in the dirt. Nicely blocked at the plate by catcher Sage Harrison for Seward County. Here we are. It's payoff time. It's full count. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put her. 1 out in the bottom of the first. Here's a full count pitch. Grounded foul down the third base line. So Kaluau will see another full count pitch. Once again, the Roughriders seem like they're having a hard time. Makaya fouls another pitch out of play. She'll now see her third full count pitch coming up right here with the bases loaded. It's a big point in game 1 right here. Bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the first. Check that. Bases loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Full count pitch coming. Manchik winds, and here's the delivery. Mikaya's way out in front once again. And she fouls the ball down the third baseline, so she will now see her 4th full count pitch with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Manchik winds, and here's a pitch, and it's up and away for ball 4, and that will go as a RBI for Kaluau. Bases loaded walk, forcing in a run. Looks like Manchik is in all kinds of trouble here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Roughriders. Bases loaded. And only 1 out. Roughriders are looking for a big first inning here.
Now batting, designated player Meredith Clark.
Brings Meredith Clark to the plate. Bases loaded. 1 out. Clark takes ball 1 up and away. 1-0 the count on Meredith Clark here in the bottom of the first. Bases full of Roughriders. Clark is out in front of the pitch and jerks it sharply down the third base line, but foul. Almost killed somebody down there. Count evens up at 1-1. Brianna Griffiths is trying to catch her breath there. She had to dodge a absolute laser. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a grand slam by Meredith Clark for the Roughriders. Hammered that ball to left center field. Meredith Clark has been a great addition since she's come back off the injury list a couple of games ago. So that's her second home run. She really swings the bat with some authority, and it's good to see her back out there playing. Looks like it might be a real addition to the Roughriders here in the second half of the season. You can always use another bat in the lineup. We have a visit to the mound by the Seward County coach. She will not make a pitching change here, so we will carry on. Now batting, number 21, center fielder Mariah Calamaris. Ball one to Calamaris. Pitch is up and in. Calamaris digs in. Alexis Manchik's on the mound for the Saints. The wind and the pitch is in the dirt for ball 3, 3-0. 3-0 here on Mariah Calamaris. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ball 4. Calamaro reaches on a base on balls. Brings to the plate first baseman, number 16, Kylie Brown. So the Roughriders lead game 2 here in the bottom of the first, 5-0. Runner at first, and at the plate is Kylie Brown playing first base in game 2 of this doubleheader after catching the first game. First pitch to Brown is in the dirt for ball 1. Alexis Manjik is having a tough time finding the strike zone here for the Saints. Wind in the pitch, just a little low and outside. 2-0 the count. Once again, we're here in game 2. Bottom of the first, Roughriders already have 5 on the board. Kylie Brown just hits a laser. An absolute laser down the third base line into the left field corner for a stand-up double. Calamaris advances to third base. Runners at second and third for the Roughriders with 1 out. Now batting, right fielder number 13, Shelby Hotchkiss. We have a stop in the play. We got a trainer coming out to the mound here to look at the pitcher, I believe her hand, possibly. The hand of the third baseman actually looks like maybe that absolute laser of a line drive may have caught her non-glove hand as she was trying to defend herself. That ball was hit hard. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, first game score today, 8-0 Roughriders win it in 5 innings, and they're off to a great start here in game 2, 5-0 here in the bottom of the first. Runners at second and third. We've got a timeout on the field for injury. Looks like she'll be okay. The injured Saint was third baseman Karina Porras, and I'll tell you what, that ball was hit hard. I think she was just trying to defend herself, and unfortunately her bare hand got in the way of that screaming line drive. Looks like she'll be okay and will continue. All right, back to the action. Hotchkiss for the Roughriders. 1 out here in the bottom of the first, 5-0 Roughriders. Runners at second and third. Hotchkiss digs in. Alexis Manjic on the mound for the Saints. First pitch is just a bit up and out for ball 1-0. Check that, 1-1 is the count. Pitch is in the dirt, blocked nicely at the plate by Saint catcher. Number 16, Sage Harrison. Great job of blocking that pitch. 2-0. Hotchkiss hits a drive down the left field line, hooking just foul. Had plenty of distance, but just hooked foul at the last second. Makes it count 2-1. One out here in the bottom of the first. Count is 2-1 here on Hotchkiss. She digs in, and Manjic gets her sign. She rocks, she fires. Pitch is up and away for ball 3. She does have a base open at first base. Roughriders at second and third. Already trailing this game 5-0 here in the first. And Hotchkiss works a base on balls to load the bases and back to the top of the order for the Roughriders. Now batting, second baseman Nina Pangilinan. And Pangilinan will step to the plate for the second time here in the first inning with the bases full of Roughriders. Here's the wind and the pitch. Hammered to left center field, and that ball is gone for a second Roughrider grand slam here in the first inning. Nina Pangilinan with a grand slam home run for the Roughriders. That will make it 9-0 Roughriders here in the bottom of the first inning with only one out. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change now for the Saints. Now pitching for Seward County, Karina Porras. Now pitching for Seward County, coming in here in the bottom of the first after the Roughriders have already put a 9 spot on the board. Pitching will now be Karina Porras for the Saints. Now batting, shortstop Brianna Griffiths. At the plate for the Roughriders is second. Just check that shortstop, Brianna Griffiths. Griffiths walked earlier here in the first inning. First pitch is down and away for ball 1. Porras winds and a pitch just outside for ball 2, 2-0. One out. 9-0 Roughriders here in the bottom of the first after winning game 1, 8-0. Porras just misses. I'm guessing the pitch was inside. 3-0 is the count to Brianna Griffiths. And Griffiths is aboard on a base on balls, her second walk of the first inning. Brings to the plate. Now batting, number 2, Michaela Guerra. Brings to the plate for the Roughriders, Michaela Guerra. Grounded out pitcher to first for the only out of the first for the Roughriders. Porras hits the outside corner for strike number 1. 0-1 now on Guerra. Runner at first base, 1 out. Guerra is out in front. It's a high pop up to second base. It's handled by Caitlin Ammerman for out number 2 for the Saints. Brings to the plate.
Now batting, J.D. Borsaw.
J.D. Borsaw to the plate now for the Roughriders. Catcher hits a drive to center field. I don't know if it's got the distance. Yes, it does. 2-run home run by J.D. Borsaw for the Roughriders. Her second of the day and 45th of her career. Every home run she hits is a new career home run record here at Yavapai Community College. That's 45. And that'll make the score 11-0 Roughriders here in the first inning.
Now batting, third baseman number 18, Makaya Kaluau.
Makaya Kluau steps in for the Roughriders, leading 11-0. Porras' first pitch to her is up and away for ball 1. Fairly good first inning here for the Roughriders, I would say. Kluau looks at strike 1 on the outside corner, even the count at 1-1. Wind in the pitch. It's strike 2 on the outside corner. Perfectly placed pitch. 1-2 the count. Pitch is way outside for ball 2. Roughriders lead at 11-0 here in the first. 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Full count. Ball low and inside against Kaluau. Be a full count. Saint pitcher Karina Porras misses down and in for ball 4. Kaluau reaches on a base on balls, her second of the first inning.
Now batting, number 15, designated player Meredith Clark.
Meredith Clark steps in, having hit a grand slam earlier in this first inning for 4 of the Roughriders' 11 first inning runs they've put on the board here. Clark steps in with 2 outs. First pitch is ball 1. Porras winds and delivers. Clark fouls it to the screen. Evens the count at 1-1. 1-1, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Roughriders lead it 11-0 in the bottom of the first. Clark swing and a miss. Kaluau's safe on a pickoff attempt at first base. Ball got away, but not far enough for her to advance. Count is 1-2 on Meredith Clark here in the bottom of the first. And here's the wind and the pitch. Clark is check that. That's strike 2 on the outside corner. Now the count's 1-2. Porras winds. Here's the delivery. Clark swings, hits a high pop up towards shortstop, and it's handled by Saint shortstop Julian Atterbury for out number 3. Before the Roughriders in the first.
Yavapai Community College puts 11 on the board in the first inning. Score after 1 full. Roughriders 11, Saints nothing. Leading off, the second for Seward County, catcher number 16, Sage Harrison.
All right, we go to the second inning now. Seward County to the plate. Leading off is catcher number 16, Sage Harrison for the Saints. Spencer gets her signal. She rocks and fires. First pitch is low and away for ball one. 1-0 on Harrison. Harrison hits a drive to center field, but it'll be handled with no problem by Calamares for the Roughriders for out number one. And that'll bring to the plate for the Saints.
Now batting, first baseman Madeline Owen.
Brings to the plate for the Saints, Madeline Owen. One out here in the bottom of the first. Kiana Spencer with a off-speed pitch for strike number one against Owens. 0-1. Spencer gets her signal, fires. Swinging strike two. 0-2 the count now on first baseman Madeline Owen. Owen digs in. Pitches up and away for ball one. 1-2. 11-0 Rough Riders here in the top of the second. Beautiful day here in Prescott. Pitch just misses low and away. Tough take there by Madeline Owens, even in the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Solid single up the middle for Owens. First hit of the day. First hit of the day for the Saints. Solid single to center field.
Brings to the plate, right fielder, number 23, Sydney Epp.
Sydney Epp digs in from the left side of the plate. Pitch gets away. Down the second goes Madeline Owen for the Saints into scoring position with one out here in the top of the second. Rough Riders lead at 11-0. Saints trying to push across their first run of the day. It's the wind in the pitch. Ball is grounded back up the middle for a base hit. Back-to-back singles now for Seward County. Madeline Owen makes her way to third base. It's first and third Seward County now.
Now batting, pitcher Karina Porras.
Brings to the plate pitcher Karina Porras. Porras started out at third base, had to move to the mound in the first inning. First pitch to Porras is down and away for ball one. 1-0 the count. Runners at first and third, one out here in the top of the second. Another solid, right back where it came from, solid single into center field, third straight Seward County base hit. Plates Madeline Owen with the first run of the day for Seward County, and we'll have a timeout for a mound visit. So back to back to back singles for Seward County. Plates their first run of the day, makes it 11-1 Rough Riders here in the top of the second. Kiana Spencer has found a little bit of a rough patch here to start the second inning. We've got Saints at first and second, one out. Looks like the meeting's breaking up now. We'll see if Spencer can regroup and get out of this.
Now batting, number 10, Miranda Nestor.
Miranda Nestor steps to the plate for the Saints. Runners at first and second. Nestor fouls the first pitch straight back to the screen for strike one. 0-1 is the count. 11-1 Rough Riders. Top of the second, one down. Saints at first and second. Spencer misses low and away. Evens the count at 1-1. Metzer gets her sign, and here's the pitch. Right back up the middle, this time fielded. Fielded up the middle by shortstop Griffiths. Steps on the bag at second, throws to first for an inning-ending double play.
For the Saints in the second, 1 run on 3 hits. Score after an inning and a half, Roughriders 11, Saints 1. Leading off the second for the Roughriders, center fielder number 7, Mariah Calamares.
So leading off the second for the Rough Riders will be Mariah Calamares. Calamares walked in the first. Big 11-run first inning for the Rough Riders. First pitch to Calamares is up and away for ball 1. Karina Paris on the mound for Seward County. Calamares hits a drive to center field, and I don't think the field's going to hold it, and no, it won't. Solo home run by Mariah Calamares for the Rough Riders. Calamares solo home run will make it 12-1 Rough Riders here in the bottom of the first. Check that, bottom of the second. And it'll bring to the plate.
Now batting, first baseman Kylie Brown.
Brings to the plate Kylie Brown for the Rough Riders. Kylie Brown doubled in the first inning. Brown digs in. Forrest with the wind and the pitch. Strike 1 on the inside corner. Looked like it might have been a bit inside, but benefit of the doubt goes to the Saints. Strike 1, 0-1 to count here to Kylie Brown. Next pitch is up and away for ball 1. Evens the count at 1-1 on Kylie Brown for the Rough Riders. Rough Riders lead at 12-1 here in the second. Winding the pitch up and away for ball 2. 2-1 to count on Brown. Nobody out here in the second inning. Calamares opened up the inning with a solo home run. Kylie Brown grounds out third to first on a nice defensive play all the way around. Nice scoop at first base by Madeline Owen for out number 1. Ball was hit sharply.
Now batting, right fielder Shelby Hotchkiss.
Now batting for the Rough Riders. A walk victim in the first inning, Shelby Hotchkiss. First pitch is way outside for ball 1, 1-0 on the count. Hotchkiss steps back in. Heading to count 1-0. Here's the wind. The pitch is just up and away for ball 2, 2-0. Two and 0, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Rough Riders leading at 12-1. Here's the wind. Perfectly located fastball on the inside corner. Nothing Hotchkiss could do with it. Takes it for strike two. Evens the count at 2-2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Hotchkiss fouls it out of play to the first base side. Count will remain 2-2. On Roughrider, first baseman Shelby Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss takes ball 3 on the inside in the dirt. Full count. Shelby Hotchkiss. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. So wind in the pitch. Grounded sharply to third. Fielded nicely and thrown to first for out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman Nina Pangilinan.
Back-to-back groundouts to third base for the Roughriders brings the top of the order, and Nina Pangalinan's walked and also hit a grand slam home run for the Roughriders. Takes the first pitch for strike 1, 0-1 the count here to Pangilinan. Pitches all over her hands. She kind of fists the ball down the right field line, but just foul. Strike 2 on the play. So Pangalinan's in the hole 0-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Roughriders lead at 12-1. 11-run first inning for the Roughriders. Pangilinan tomahawks one to right field in front of the right fielder for a Roughrider single. That'll bring to the plate.
Now batting, shortstop number 1, Brianna Griffiths.
Brings to the plate Brianna Griffiths. Griffiths has walked twice today. She's wanting to join the Roughrider hit parade. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike 1 on the inside corner. 0-1 the count here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. Roughrider at first, and at the plate, Brianna Griffiths. Here's the wind and the pitch. Jammed. It's a little lazy line drive to first base that's caught for out number 3.
For the Roughriders, in the second, a run on a hit. 1 left, score after 2 full. Roughriders 12, Saints 1.
Volt Internet is a local employee-owned company specializing in residential and commercial internet services. We are honest about our rates, and we will advise you professionally to make sure you get the service appropriate for your home or business. If you love streaming movies or are an avid gamer, check out our fastest plan that offers up to 15 megabits per second. In addition, we offer competitive pricing on computer repair services, wired and wireless systems, network wiring, hotspots, and more. Volt Internet, for the fastest internet in Yavapai County.
Leading off the third inning. Can't really tell. I'm going to guess that this is the pitcher, Karina Porras. Sanchez grounds out third to first for out number 1. Brings to the plate. Shortstop, number 11, Julian Atterbury. Julian Atterbury to the plate now for Seward County. First out on a third to first put out number 1 of the third inning for the Roughriders. Takes the Saints back to the top of the order, and shortstop Julian Atterbury. Atterbury struck out in the first inning. She's ahead in the count right now, 2-0. Saints showed a little sign of life in the last inning, plating a run on 3 straight hits. Winding the pitch is low and away. I believe it's a 3-0 count now on Atterbury. She'll probably be taking a strike here, I would guess. Looking for base runners. And the automatic 3-0 makes it 3-1 on the outside corner. Roughriders leading it 12-1 here in the top of the third, 1 out. Pitch is lined to center field by Atterbury, but it's tracked down out there by Calamares for out number 2 for the Roughriders. Sharply hit ball. Now batting, second baseman number 2, Caitlin Ammerman. Brings to the plate for the Saints, second baseman Caitlin Ammerman, strikeout victim in the first inning. Looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. 0-1 the count here with 2 outs in the top of the third. Roughriders leading at 12-1. Here's the wind by Spencer and the pitch. Just a little bit down. I'm guessing it missed a little low there to even the count at 1-1. Ammerman steps in. Spencer gets her sign and delivers. Ground ball to second, fielded, thrown to first for out number 3. So Ammerman grounds out third to first for out number 3. For Seward County in the third, no runs on no hits. Score after 2.5. Roughriders 12, Saints 1. Fielder, Michaela Guerra. Now batting, leading off the third inning for the Roughriders, Michaela Guerra. 0 for 2. Grounded out pitcher to first and also popped out to second. Porras gets her sign, and here's the pitch. Up and in for ball 1, 1-0 the count on Guerra here to open the bottom of the third with the Roughriders leading 12-1 after a big 11-run first inning for the Roughriders. Guerra hits a laser, almost got Porras on the mound, through to center field for a base hit. Her first hit of the day. Brings to the plate. Now batting, catcher number 10, J.D. Borsaw. J.D. Borsaw to the plate now, doing the catching here in game 2 after designated playing in the first game. She singled and homered so far in today's second contest. She also homered in the first game of the day. her 44th and 45th career home runs, I believe. Here's the wind and the pitch, and there's a drive to right center field. Bye-bye. There it is, number 46 for J.D. Borsaw, her second home run of the game. A two-run job. 46 for Borsaw now. Another notch up in the career home run record that she already holds. So that's 46 for her. And that'll make the score 14-1. Roughriders. I'm thinking maybe we might see some intentional passes given to Borsaw here in the second half of the season.
Now batting, Makaya Kaluau.
Kuau drives one to left field. Ooh, just off the top of the wall. That's going to be a stand-up double for Michaela Kaluau. Following, she didn't give me time to say anything. She jumped on the first pitch and lined it off the yellow stripe in left field. Almost another home run for the Roughriders.
Now batting, designated player Meredith Clark.
So here we are. We're 14-1 Roughriders here in the bottom of the third. Meredith Clark at the plate. Runner at second, one out. Pitch is down for ball one. 1-0 on Clark. Here's the wind and the pitch. Clark's way out in front of that one. Fouls it out of play. Third base side. Evens the count at 1-1. Meredith Clark so far today hit a grand slam and popped out to the shortstop. Here's the wind and the pitch. Right on the inside corner. Perfectly placed pitch by Porras. For strike two, it's 1-2 on Clark. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Roughriders leading this one 14-1. One game one of this doubleheader, 8-0 in 5. Pitch to Clark is outside for ball 3. I believe we're at 3-1 now, and here's the wind and pitch to Clark. Little outside, she pulls it to short. Shortstop's up with it to first. 4 out, number 1 of the third inning. Clark grounds out short to first. Kaluau stays at second base and brings to the plate.
Now hitting, center fielder Mariah Calamaris.
Brings to the plate center fielder Mariah Calamaris for the Roughriders. She's walked and homered so far today. So wind in the pitch. Jam popped up and caught by the catcher. So not very good patience at the plate there for Calamaris, popping the first pitch off her knuckles, caught by the catcher for out number 2.
Brings to the plate first baseman Kylie Brown.
2 down here in the third, 14-1 Roughriders. At the plate, Kylie Brown. Got a Yavapai base runner at second. Michaela Kaluau standing at second base with Kylie Brown at the plate, ahead 1-0. Kylie Brown flies to left field. The ball's caught for out number 3. But for the Roughriders in the third,
2 runs on 3 hits for the Roughriders. Score after 3 full. Yavapai 14, Seward County 1.
so the Roughriders lead at 14-1 after 3 full. Now catching for the Roughriders, number 17, Haley Parson. Leading off, catcher Sage Harrison. Check that, Lena Mortensen. Lena Mortensen leading fourth for Seward County. Takes strike one. Digs in from the left side of the plate. Right on a fastball up and away. Fouls it to the screen for 0-2. Oh and 2 the count here in the top of the fourth. Lena Mortensen at the plate for Seward County. Foul ball back to the screen, 0-2. 14-1 Roughriders. 8-0 win in the first game for Yavapai. Been a good day at the plate. 0-2 pitch here. Slap to third base, short hop by Kaluau, throws the first for out number one. Nice defensive play there by Leah Kaluau for out number one. Brings to the plate. Now batting, catcher Sage Harrison. Sage Harrison now to the plate for Seward County. Flew out to center field for an out. On her first at bat of the game, takes strike one. Counts 0-1, one out here in the top of the fourth, 14-1 Roughriders. Harrison's ready, and here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner for strike two. Spencer's looked a little better today. She had a little rough outing last time out. Looks like she's getting a little confidence out there on the mound today. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's just up for ball one. 1-2 to count now on Sage Harrison. Spencer gets her sign. Off-speed pitch. Harrison gets it, grounds it to short, and beats it out. Infield single there for Sage Harrison for the Saints. Nicely played there by Griffiths, but Harrison was able to beat the throw by about a half a step. Brings to the plate first baseman, number 13, Madeline Owen. Madeline Owen steps to the plate. She was one of the base hits in the run-scoring inning, second inning, back-to-back-to-back singles up the middle for the Saints. They plated their only run of the day. Owen fouls back the first pitch out of play for strike one. 0-1 to count. Spencer winds. Harrison fouls the ball at the plate. She's now behind 0-2. 0-2, one out here in the top of the fourth with Seward County trailing this one 14-1. Runner at first base for the Saints. 0-2 pitch is just a little bit down and away. 1-2 now on Madeline Owen. Owen digs in. Here's the pitch. Just off the plate. Evens the count at 2-2 here on Madeline Owen. Owen hits a line drive up the middle off the pitcher's mitt, fielded at second base on the ricochet by Pangolinan, who fires the first for out number two. Sharply hit ball by Owen, but nothing to show for it as she grounds out second to first for out number two. Brings to the plate Sydney Epp. Brings to the plate for the Saints, number 23, Sydney Epp. She singled her first time up. Runner at second, 2 outs. Epp jumps on the first pitch, grounds it to Pangolinan for out number 3, second to first. Pretty good inning there for Kiana Spencer.
For the Saints, in the fourth, no runs on a hit, 1 runner left. Score after 3.5. Roughriders 14, Saints 1. Fielder Shelby Hotchkiss.
Now batting for the Rough Riders, right fielder Shelby Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss hits a line drive down the left field into the corner. Played on one hop and got back in very quickly on a nice defensive play out in left field, holding Hotchkiss to a 4th inning opening single.
Brings to the plate, second baseman, Nina Pangilinan.
So Hotchkiss opens up the Rough Rider 4th with a solid single to left, brings Nina Pangilinan to the plate. First pitch to Pangilinan is just low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Rough Riders leading at 14-1. There's the wind and the pitch. Just up and away for ball 2. 2-0 the count on Pangilinan. Nina's had a nice game here. She had a grand slam and single, go along with a base on balls, so she's 2 for 2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Just misses inside. 3-0 on Pangilinan. Runner at first, nobody out for the Rough Riders. Hotchkiss aboard on a solid single to left to open up the 4th. And Pangilinan reaches on a base on balls. First 2 reach here in the 4th for the Rough Riders.
Brings to the plate, shortstop Brianna Griffiths.
Brings to the plate Brianna Griffiths. She's walked twice here in this game. Rough Riders at first and second with nobody out here in the 4th. 14-1 Rough Riders. Strike 1 to Griffiths to open up the at-bat. 0-1. Bottom of the 4th, nobody out. Griffiths hits a fly ball to right field. Ball is caught in right field for out number 1. Runners will not advance. So the first out of the inning is a fly ball to right field.
Now batting, left fielder Michaela Guerra.
Brings to the plate Michaela Guerra. Michaela's 1 for 3 here in this game. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Guerra jumps on the first pitch, grounds it to first base. Taken to the bag unassisted for out number 2 by the first baseman, Madeline Owen, for the Saints. So there's 2 down now.
Now batting, catcher number 17, Haley Parson.
Haley Parson making her first plate appearance of the day after taking over behind the plate for J.D. Borsaw at the beginning of the last inning. 2 balls, no strikes count to Parsons. Runners at second, third, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Roughriders leading 14-1. Parsons is ahead in the count 3-0 now. I'm sure Haley would like to get something to her liking here and take a good swipe at it. 3-0 count. Parson digs in. And the pitch misses low and inside. She reaches on a base on balls, loading the bases.
Now batting, third baseman Michaela Kaluau.
Brings to the plate Michaela Kaluau for the Rough Riders. She's walked twice. She's up with the bases loaded here. Hammers a ball just foul down the third base line. 0-1 count now, bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth, 14-1 Rough Riders. Looking for the 2-game sweep today, winning the first game 8-0, and having a insurmountable 14-1 lead here in the fourth inning. Kaluau pops the ball straight up in the air, and it's caught by the third baseman for out number 3. So the Rough Riders leave them loaded here in the fourth. And we will take a 1-minute break.
Old Internet is a local
For the Rough Riders,
company specializing
no
in
runs.
residential and commercial internet.
In the bottom of the fourth,
We are
score
honest
after
about
4
our rates,
balls.
and we will advise you
14.
professionally to make sure you get the service
Seward
appropriate for
County,
your home or business.
1.
If you love streaming movies or are an avid gamer, check out our fastest plan that offers up to 15 megabits per second. In addition, we offer competitive pricing on computer repair services, wired and wireless systems, network wiring, hotspots, and more. Old Internet, for the fastest internet in Yavapai County.
Streaming stuff actually go out at. On 1 pitch, 1 out for the Rough Riders.
Now batting, number 22, Mariana Hirota.
Pinch hitting here is Mariana Hirata for the Saints. First pitch is strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. Rough Riders leading at 14-1. Hirata with her first at bat of the day. She's looking to hit the heralded 6-run home run to keep this game going. Or just get something going here for the Saints. Spencer winds. Here's the pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 on Hirata. Rough Riders are 2 outs away from ending this one. Here's Spencer with the wind and the pitch. And Hirata's down on strikes for out number 2. Now batting, Raylene Sanchez. Raylene Sanchez at the plate. 0-1. First pitch is strike on the outside corner. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Pitch is in the dirt, evens the count at 1-1. Our mathematics for this game, Roughriders 14, Seward County 1. We're 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Roughriders are 1 out away from completing a 8-0, 14-1 sweep of Seward County today. Here's the wind and the pitch. Hit off the hands, spins foul. Foul ball on the play. One of those balls that had a lot of spin on it landed just out in front of the plate and spun foul. Counts 1-2 now on Sanchez. Raylene Sanchez is down on strikes for out number 3, and that'll do it. For Seward County in the 5th, no runs, no hits, nobody left. Score, final score, after 5 innings, Roughriders win it, 14-1. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today, and have a safe trip home. And that'll do it for today. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. The final score of Game 2 is Roughriders 14, Seward County 1. So the Roughriders have a doubleheader sweep today, 8-0 in the first game and 14-1 in the nightcap. Have a nice day.
Old Internet is a local employee-owned company specializing in residential and commercial internet services. We are honest about our rates, and we will advise you professionally to make sure you get the service appropriate for your home or business. If you love streaming movies or are an avid gamer, check out our fastest plan that offers up to 15 megabits per second. In addition, we offer competitive pricing on computer repair services, wired and wireless systems, network wiring, hotspots, and more. Old Internet, for the fastest internet in Yavapai County.
Prescott Media Center has been our community's source for a variety of local and national programming for over 30 years. We provide coverage for government meetings and local events, as well as an outlet for creative individuals and organizations to produce their own original shows. Yet Prescott Media Center is more than just your local access station. We are a production company with the ability to create television shows for broadcast on Channel 64, or affordable promotional videos for clients. With advances in technology, we have also incorporated the use of online resources to broadcast and even live stream local events. Have an idea for a show? A membership to Prescott Media Center includes equipment and software training, access to our production studio and editing suite, and the opportunity to check out cameras and other equipment for use on location. Prescott Media Center, with its friendly and experienced staff, has the knowledge and resource to guide you through every stage of the production process. Prescott Media Center, your source for public, educational, and government programming since 1986.